Howdy guys! Wondering how you guys are doing today? Hope you're having a good day. I just kind of want to show you here today some of the changes that I've made around the base. Some changes. Some are pretty big, some are small, and I may forget some and I have to do them in later episodes. You have seen my chicken coop. My chickens are still in there, but they glitch out at this height. And as I showed you, there was some really bad lag. And I apologize for my voice, I've been kind of sick. There's some really bad lag over there, so I think eventually I'm going to just put them all on the ground in a pin and see if that doesn't solve it. Oh, as you can see, our elevator now goes down, all the way down to our mine shaft. I'll get into that later. And if you hear some oinking, it's just pigs. I've got a nice, good-sized pig farm here, one of which has a saddle on him. So if I so choose, I can ride him. I do have a carrot on a stick, and he does get up to pretty good speeds. But really, to ride him around, to do something, is kind of more trouble than it's worth at this point in time. I want to real quick go in here so I'm safe from creepers and just show you some of the new things I've got enchanted. I have on me a Smite 2 diamond sword, which Smite will do more damage to skeletons, zombies, and I think spiders. I think that's it. Creepers you still have to hit like you would with a normal diamond sword. I've got my Unbreaking 3, which was our first enchant, and I've got a Diamond Unbreaking 3 Efficiency 4, which is amazing, but it's almost dead. It's been really amazing, and I've gotten some good projects done with that. Cows, as usual. Nothing there is new. My goal is to really just fill up this chest, at least the top row, with eggs, and then I will take them down, because I feel like them being in this kind of a setup is what's causing the lag, and if they're just on the ground, they wouldn't be causing that much lag. So, let's go check over here and prepare for the lag. There it is. Fantastic. Come on, work through it. Alright, we're good. And I think it's also caused me some lag underground somehow, because there's some times when I'll just be in the mine shaft and it'll just be really buggy, really bad, and it's kind of like that. So I almost feel like somehow, even though I'm way below, it's doing that. Anyways, here's some spruce forest. I needed some spruce wood for some things, which you'll see later. So I've just been kind of chopping this down. I tried to make one underground, but these things seem so finicky that I'd have to hollow out a huge space, and I didn't want to do that. My regular oak tree farm is just fine underground, and I can come up here and get whatever I want. Now we'll come over here to our village. I've noticed that our snow golems have despawned. Kind of sad. I didn't know they were going to do that. I thought they'd be around forever. And you'll also notice there is no activity in the village. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Really sad. To all those villagers that once lived here, I have failed you. Rest in peace. So what I had done is I had found, finally, some potatoes and carrots. And I planted them, and I was going to wait for them to grow because I didn't have bone meal on me. So what I did is I just put blocks of dirt around me, right around here, mauled myself in, and I went AFK and went to do something. And little did I remember, or, you know, think that the village would get attacked by zombies in the middle of the night. And it did, and I came back, and there's a whole bunch of zombies and zombie villagers, and I had to kill them all. And it was very sad. So they're all dead. I've got this abandoned village, which I don't know if I'll keep or try to scrap for resources. The only really useful resource being wood. I've got epic tons of cobble. So, yeah. And in our base where I have the wheat farm, I also planted some potatoes and carrots there as well, so I've got plenty. So that's very sad. Quite the sadness. Our heart goes out to those villagers who lost their lives in a valiant struggle, but eventually succumbed to zombieism. It almost sounds like it's racism towards zombieism. Zombies. Let's collect more eggs. Okay. So other than that, yeah, gotta love that. Other than that, there's not a whole lot of above ground changes. This is different to protect me a little better because I've had creepers come in time after time and blow me up. So other than that, let's go ahead and check out below. Immediately, you will notice something's different. We have glowstone. There's wood. We have dark wood. We've got wood floors. It's really kind of nice. And we used to have some walls here too, you know, which was nice. And if you get confused, there would be a reason, because you might, you know, come around here and go, what? Wait, what? You know, you might go, what? Where? This was, which side is the? This is the original side. And what I've done is I've also hollowed this out and kind of done a mirror image, and I put all my storage. I moved it, most of it, there's still some in the other room, all into here, so I can have better and efficient storage, and chests that go up and up and up. And I still have some mine shaft that's closed due to sand generator. We'll get into that later. And actually, incidentally, like all 3 levels until the 4th level, or no, all 2 levels until the 3rd level, in the 3rd level even to some extent, I started mining all the way back here. They go to a nice, massive, abandoned mine shaft. So yeah. Here is where the elevator comes out. And there's a safe fall to jump right down, or we can go up to the surface, but I'm not going to do that because you've seen that already, if you've watched my previous videos. So, bollocks! Hate when I do this. I leave this like this because I like the design. I think it looks cool. I don't want it just a straight floor. I like the holes in the floor. But I fall into it every once in a while, and it gets really irritating, and I have to chop the block in it, and it sucks. So, my iron finished cooking. So, as I was saying, my efficiency pick is almost dead. Here is where the old storage room once was, and now it's kind of just a cooking room. And I've got a bunch of cobble here, some cobble here, that I've been cooking up to make smooth stone. And this is from here on in. I'll just, whatever I'm going to cook, I'll have in here, and I'll just cook a bunch of stuff up. If I need to do mass cooking, here's where some of the stuff is left over from storage. I don't know quite what I'm going to make this room yet, besides the cooking room, because obviously you don't need an entire room full of ovens, because that would be ridiculous to manage. But here's an anvil. I forget how you make it, but you need iron blocks and obsidian? Maybe not. But just go ahead and Google Minecraft anvil, and you'll come up in the Minecraft wiki. It should be the first result, and you can see how to make this. But the wonderful thing about this, because back in the day, it really was just a couple releases ago, if you broke an efficiency pick, or a pick that you really loved, like my Unbreaking 3 Efficiency 4 that I really love. I know there's probably some better enchants, but I like this. Once it broke, you had to go back and enchant again, and hopefully you'd get that same enchant or something good. But now, do the anvils, you just right-click it, you put in what you want to replace, and then I've got a regular diamond pickaxe here, so it's going to go this, plus this. Oh, bollocks. I needed 30, and I've got 24 XP. Bugger! So, what you could do, which I can't, dang it, I need 6 more XP, is then you'd repair it completely. So that plus that, or you can even, you know, since this has got durability and is almost dead, this has got durability, and you could add enchants if you wanted. Say if this was a Silk Touch, this would then be a Unbreaking 3 Efficiency 4 Silk Touch, which would be quite amazing. But you can't do it with like iron and diamond. You have to have diamond. You know, it has to be the same, made out of the same material. So I really was going to show that off. I was hoping to do that, but I've only got 24 XP, and I was really hoping to fix that pick too. But Oh, I'll have to do that a little bit later. I hollowed this completely out because I had some slimes that would come down into this part that was still walled off here, and they'd be small and they wouldn't have any room to grow. But I haven't had any slimes lately, of course. As soon as you clear everything out, you're not going to get what you had before. And it's just how it goes. But thankfully I used my efficiency, so it went rather quickly. Oh yes, there's so much to show. That's still the same. I finally fixed this by putting a button here instead of a lever, and now both things work. Oh, well, of course, as soon as I'm recording, it's not going to work and it's going to fail again. Well, I don't know why it does that. But luckily I don't really need sugarcane that much anymore, so I don't really harvest this that often. So I'm just going to put that all away. And as I said, at the wheat farm I've got some carrots and some potatoes now, which is quite lovely and wonderful and tasty. Okay, let's get to some more good stuff here. And potatoes you can bake and you turn them into, yeah, you guessed it, baked potatoes. Quite a good food source. Nom nom. Alright, so let's go explore some more of this side over here. So what I've got is just the regular mine shaft, like usual. Some of this space is still undetermined, but here I've got a nice sand room. It's my desert-themed room. I was going to try to do some themed rooms. Don't know quite what else I'm going to do. So we've got our cactus farm here, which works on the principle of you've got blocks up here, so a piece of cactus can't grow, but when it grows, it'll pop and fall off into this water, and then it'll get pushed out here. This design has worked for me quite well. You can also do it just like you see the... Oh, can you? Wait a minute. Yes, you can do it just like you see the reed farm, the sugarcane farm, and you can push the tops off of them, and that would work. But since I had such a blazing success for that, I've decided not to do that. I'm going to just stick with this here. Here's where I've got all my chests for all my sand stuff. I've got tons and tons of sand. How did you get so much sand? Well, I'm glad you asked. And my keyboard apparently has mouth. So, but anyways, I'll just say, I'm glad you asked once again. Okay, so if we come over here, we can see some funky setup. And you might be tempted to wonder, put this away in my chest here. What is this? Are you mad? Well, this is an actual sand generator. Something that Mojang thought they patched in 1.4.5, but is still working on some levels. They may have fixed some sand generators, but this one works. This design is quite simple compared. I'm not a big redstone person, but it was quite simple compared to some of the larger ones that you've seen. And I found this wonderful design from ZZDeagle545ZZ on YouTube. I will post a link in the description, and maybe I'll do a tutorial myself. His has just 4, but you can extend this, you can make it taller, you can extend it as long as you want. But, yeah, let's go ahead and see it in action. You got your sticky pistons here. And I'll go more into detail if I do a tutorial video on how this all works. For now, if you really want to make this, go and see his video. It's such a simple thing. And this works for sand or gravel, but I don't know why you'd want gravel. I'm not a big fan of gravel. And so you do that, and you flip this switch, pushes it up, and duplicates it, pushes it off onto the redstone. And then that will pop the block. It's quite loud. Let me go ahead and turn the sound down. 75, let's do 54. Didn't really help a whole lot, did it? Alright, it's quite loud, but it's really also really cool, really good. That's how I've been able to, I just let it run when I'm working in here, or if I'm around the corner or something. And then you're done, and then you just collect them all up. And there you go, look at that. It's quite good. I am very impressed. I'm loving it. The only tedious part is, if you want to get sandstone or a smooth sandstone, which I've got some of, you have to make that like you would with sand. You know, block here, block there, you know, that kind of thing. So, and if you ever had some sort of desire to do it with gravel, you could do that too. I just don't like the way the gravel looks, or really anything about it. So, there's that. So here we got sandstone. Just place that in here. And I've got 2 chests full of sand, and I'll have plenty of glass. Here's my wonderful creeper blocks, chiseled sandstone. I like the look of those a lot. But you can see those here and here, as well as here. And this is really amazing, and I just want to blame Avidyazen, because I never really, his videos, I watch his videos, I'm a faithful subscriber and watcher of his videos. He's got some really great videos in his series. And he is a fanatic of sandstone, and which I liked sandstone and stuff, but I never really, you know, loved it. But now since I started doing this, I made this sand generator. It's like, oh, for the purpose of making glass. I can make a lot of glass. I can do stuff with glass. I started getting so much, and I was like, huh. And I just started placing block after block. And first, I just themed this, because I wanted a cactus farm. And then I themed this whole bloody room, and I'm really kind of considering actually theming, ow, gotta watch out for those, theming my whole mineshaft in sandstone. I'm thinking about it. Don't know if I'm going to, but I'm thinking about it. But we'll see with that. We'll see how the cookie crumbles with that thing there. So one more thing to show you, one more bit of the tour and updates here, is... Do I see something far off in the distance? What is that? I don't know what that is, to be honest. Is in the Nether. I have done a little bit of changes, and I had plenty of resources in which to do so. There's minecarts, and this minecart will take you all the way back to spawn. So, ride the minecart. And the reason I did spawn is really not for my purpose, because unless I break my bread or really get into a hard spot, I won't really spawn back on spawn. But the reason that I'm doing this is because I am going to be playing with friends, and when I do that, they'll be spawning at the spawn in this world. And so I wanted a nice, easy, convenient way for them to get to my place. And so when you come, you say, "Welcome to cRaZed's server. Please help yourself. Items in the chest below. 1 row per player." And so I've just given them an iron pickaxe, a bed, some steak, and some torches. And so they can take a line of those, take a hit, and then off they go. They can come set their spawn. So that may be happening the next couple months or so. Here and there. It's not really something that's automatically set to happen. But just so when I do, it'd be nice so they can have a nice place to spawn, and I already have some items. Maybe one day I'll have a server, but that really seems like a lot of annoyance and administration from what I see. And sorry for the lag. My computer probably isn't good enough for this. A lot of recording and a lot of motion in Minecraft. So, I believe that's all the changes that I wanted to show you. I think that's everything that's been done. It's quite a bit. Got a lot done over the Thanksgiving holiday and some upon my return. And I'm going to be completely still working on some things. And since I mentioned Avidyazen and my love of sandstone because of what I've seen on his, never really understood his love of sandstone, but now I love it. He probably still loves it more, but I love it, and I'll probably still use it in some way. And don't be surprised if in a couple videos my entire base is sandstone. Thank you, Avidya, and I will link his channel in the description.
I'm sure anybody who's watching a Minecraft video probably knows about him anyhow, but I'll go ahead and do this just because it's the right thing to do. So, thank you for watching, and I will have some sort of other build project in the future. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be doing next, but it'll probably involve sandstone, and I will try to show you how the anvil works, but I mean, I went over that, and there's probably lots of videos about that as well. So I hope you enjoy yourself, have a wonderful day, and like, comment, subscribe if you like my videos. I'm obviously not as a regular LPer as most people on YouTube and Minecraft are, because I do have a full-time job, as well as going to school, which will be done in actually a couple weeks with school, so I'll have a very full-time job, and a life as well, with a fiance and whatnot. So I'm not regular, but every couple days, maybe 1-2 videos a week for now, at least until the end of Season 2 of cRaZed's Constructions, and then I'm going to kind of reevaluate whether I still want to do that or not. So, have a great day. Thank you for joining me.